We're done for. Everyone get out.
Greetings, programs! Welcome to episode 4 of the Voyages of the HMS Sad Stories. Let's hit that continue button. Now bear in mind I'm recording this right after I recorded episode 3, so I won't have seen any comments or anything. So this is still going to be 720. If I do the 1080p thing, it's going to be the next voyage through anyway. So let's have a look at the minimap, the beacon map, system map, whatever you want to call it. I've got a distress beacon within jumping range. I think we might jump to one sector before that though, and we'll see what happens. Now, next, wow, this has been a good system. This sector that we're in for Federation sympathizers, that's the third totally free thing I've just been given by sympathizers, so I'm doing really well. Actually, I'm just going to check how much will it be for my next lot of shields. So that's going to be 100 for those two, and then I'm probably going to need another 60 for another pair of power bars. So we'll do that first. I do also want some more drone, I mean, when we're facing the flagship, being able to bring up both drones at the same time will be incredibly useful. I don't think I need any more bars in weapons, however. So there's a couple of things, and I'd also still like a bar in artillery as well, because that'll make that fire faster. But my immediate concern is actually, getting the shields up a level. So 160, we're not that far off. So let's jump to the distress beacon, see what happens. And I could actually go back to the store and sell that thing, but that would just be a waste of fuel, really. Distress signal from a space station orbiting. I couldn't say orbiting there for some reason. Uninhabited planet. The satellite defense system has gone haywire. Repair crew can't approach without being fired on. Promise to help, because I know I can fix this one. In fact, I can fix this one in two ways. I've got an ion weapon and I've got an NG crewman, and sometimes you get this. So they're both, you know, we'll just go with the NG crewman. And that's going to give me, well, 61 scrap. That's really nice. 3 fuel, 1 drone part as well. So I'm over 200 now. So should we just do that right now? Shields. So that's 100 there and 2 power bars. So we're going to be even tougher now, which is really useful. Shields, you know, they buy you time, basically. They're not a magic anything in this game, but they do buy you time. Things like Zoltan shields as well. Even though they can be battered aside relatively easily, it still buys you time, and sometimes the ability to fire off just one more shot than the other guy will. It makes a difference between being blown up and just hanging on that a bit longer. Interesting. It's aboard my vessel. A hostile a computer virus that is wanted for hostile acts against the NG. Multiple counts of binary scrambling, nano dissolution, and variable interference is aboard your vessel. They insist they must destroy your ship to prevent the virus from escaping. Hold on, let's try and poach the system code. Attack the NG vessel. Lanius crew member gestures frantically, so my Lanius crew member can do something, and my NG crew member can do something. Oh, this is a totally new event. I don't know how this one's going to go. You know what, I'm going to go with the Lanius option. I'm going to see what happens. Oddly enough, the Lanius seems aware of which computer the virus is present in and proceeds to digest the terminal. There is a burst of O2 and the NG ship powers down its weapons, no longer sensing the virus on board. The NG sends some parts over to repair your damaged computer, along with a unique ship augmentation as a reward for terminating the virus. So my Lanius ate the computer, which fixed the problem. Okay, so drone reactor booster plus, oh, nearly 60 scrap. Yes, please. Right, what is this thing? Your shipboard drones. Oh, I see. So that would be system repair drones, basically. That sounds like it would be useful if I had like anti-personnel drones, or if I had boarding drones. But as I'm not even using the system repair drones I've got, you know, I think we'll just leave that one, to be honest. For a certain kind of setup, that would be incredibly useful. Because boarding, anti-personnel drones are not very fast, boarding drones are not very fast. They're basically the same kind of drone, except one you have on your ship and the other you fire at enemy ships. Yes, I can jump to the exit from there, so we'll go. Well, I could go. I've got a choice. It's like eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Just go to that one. Why not? See what happens. NG colony hiding on the other side of a nearby moon. System lure the pursuing rebel fleet. Aha! Fleet delayed by 2 jumps at the cost of 2 missiles. I've got so many missiles at the moment. So that actually is really useful. That gives me time to actually go to that system as well, at the cost of 2 missiles. A Mantis. Attack the Mantis ship. Okay, they're gonna send somebody out, so we'll do the usual thing. Ion blast their shields and weapons. And get burst laser on... Oh, I don't know. Let's try their pilot station for a change so they can't actually get away. Right, I'll send Zenobia in and Rehoboam as well. And we've got... oh yeah, what have they got? Should we try the fire beam for a change? I don't think we especially need the... Oh, no, it just got blown up. Okay. Right, okay. Zenobia is fine, Rehoboam's fine. They took down that border. Okay, fire beam. I want to try this fire beam drone. Right, let's turn off auto fire and then flick it back on. Keep their shields and weapons down. No, you just... How do you... Oh, that's right, you just left click, that's fine. I couldn't remember how you deselect it from the auto fire option, so let's try the fire beam again. I don't want to try this too often. It's kind of annoying because if it just goes in front of their weapons, it can just go and get blown up. So there we go. They're on fire. But if I can keep their weapons suppressed, actually, let's just... Boom, boom, boom. There we go. I think the fire drone might be useful for things like when I come up against the flagship, but I think we'll just save the parts and use the defense drone more often. Okay, there we go. 2 missiles, 1 drone part. So I'll get the drone part back basically, and 52 scrap. The last couple of systems I've been in have been really good for scrap. Now, this whole sector has been excellent for scrap. So yeah. But that's the nature of this game. Sometimes it's you just get a string of like really good events, and then other times it's just like, no, screw you. It just decides that you're gonna die. Scans are showing intelligent life forms on a nearby planet. Investigate. 6-legged horse-like animals. Try to communicate peacefully. Oh, an old NG ship crash site. And I get a free NG crew member! Woohoo! So they've got repairs, that's really useful. And I get a bit of scrap and some other bits. So I've now got a maximum complement of crew members. So let's get... right, what is... You've got repairs, so... we'll just station this new guy in the... there we go. Oh, Zenobia still thinks they're there. That's because I didn't reset the crew position. So if I do that, so I've now got a permanent crew person because that's an important place. Also, we need to rename Willow because you know Willow. Who's called Willow apart from you know that character in Buffy? Okay. People that are called Willow are called Willow. Let's look at my list of names that I've picked out. Let's go with Ramesses the second. Not the first. The first one was rubbish. It's the second one we're interested in. Someone suggested in a previous video, why don't you do Ozymandias? Well, that's basically Ozymandias. Except the way that the way the game renders it, if for some reason decides, oh yeah, that's the first name and second name, so he's just the second. Well, okay then. I think one of the achievements you can get for the Federation is if you've got a member of every race on board, but I would need a... whatever the slugmen are called. I can't remember. I'd need one of those, and actually maybe I could get that. Because I think I've got one of everybody else. Yeah, I think that might be the only species I'm missing. Right, next sector. It's going to be a hostile sector either way, but I think we'll avoid that nebula sector, so we'll go for this middle hostile sector. And we've jumped into a nebula system anyway, but that's fine. I keep hitting M on my keyboard. I don't mean to hit M, I mean to hit J. So we'll jump to that one, I think. It gives me a little bit of leeway. Oh, intrudulators! Right, where are they? This is kind of annoying. Okay, they're in the med bay. Let's just get a bunch of people in there, I think. Ah, they're only humans as well, so they're not that hard to beat. But this is going to be a bit difficult, given that they've just knocked out the med bay. So I can't necessarily heal people, so I've just got to pull people out. Okay, let's pull out Ramses and Zenobia. Let's send in Sargon and Rhea. And we can just nobble these guys, because they've just teleported in from nowhere, basically. So we've got to get that fixed, and then they can all just heal up. So, I can't remember where everyone is now. Right, you are going to go that way through that route, you're going to go heal up, and you're going to go heal up. This is so interesting to watch the healing happening. But I mean, I could put another bar in the med bay and they'd heal much quicker. But it's one of those things like, if you've got the scrap to spare, then fine. But otherwise, it's not really worth it. Also, because they knocked out a system. If they knock out a system like that, you also lose a hull point, which is kind of annoying, but it's only one hull point. It's why fires can be dangerous, because if you get a fire running rampant, it can actually knock out hull points as well as your actual systems. Yeah, let's go for that one. Oh, Rehoboam's actually still a bit injured, but it's fine. Rebel ship, demand the surrender of their goods. Let's do that. They don't look like they want to fight. Cowards! Right, I guess we're just gonna concentrate everything on knocking out that. We'll pop a defense drone out as well. Think we're doing okay. And I don't even have to have that unpowered now, because I've got my Zoltan crew member, who, I mean, because he's on engines, it takes a while to get your engine crew skill, unfortunately. Now they've also got defense drone, but I'm just gonna, in fact, if I turn off auto fire, and just hope to basically overwhelm them with weight of fire. And because I've got the burst laser as well, that's actually fairly useful. So where's Rehoboam again? I'll just quickly send him in there. So that's a burst laser. So we'll just blast everything into the shield room for now. When you've got that kind of defensive setup, it's best just to do volleys, basically. So again, we want knockout. Now they've got fire to deal with, but they've also got repair drones. Right, so I can. There we go. I've damaged that. That's fine. That crew member's also fairly injured. They don't have a med bay on this ship, so let's wait till the burst lasers up, and then we'll just do a 1, 2, 3 punch. Actually, we'll put the third punch into their shields. There we go. And I've actually got a fairly reasonable recharge time now. And also, of course, I'm getting the artillery beam. Oh, they managed to jump just as I was charged up as well. Oh well, it didn't cost me anything, but I didn't get anything out of it either. And talking of the artillery beam, I think it actually might be time to drop another bar in there. So we'll just depower that. We won't put any more power into reactor bars, or any more scrap into reactor bars just yet. We'll just do that. So, and because I've started off in that sector, the rebels still haven't appeared yet, so actually, let's kind of jump backwards one. Got to be careful of my fuel though, you always have to watch your fuel. Anti-ship beam drone 1. Plus 32 scrap. Always nice. If I come across a shop, I've actually got some stuff I can sell for even more scrap. So that's useful. The rebels are finally starting to show up, it looks like. Right, rebel scout. Oh. Okay, let's be a bit more. Right, let's get a defense drone out. That'll charge up quicker. We'll leave off auto fire because if I can do volleys, they do have a defense drone, but it only shoots down missiles actually, so we'll just stick on auto fire. In fact, let's just do that. Oh, come on, charge up, charge, charge, charge. Yep, come on, burst laser. There we go. That's damaged it, but not knocked it out. I need it to be red, basically. Come on. Alright, let's get 1 and 2 on there, and we'll leave 3 on the shields. I think I'm blocking there everything else quite nicely. And the artillery beam, that quicker recharge, I mean, it's basically one of your main weapons, so the quicker recharge really makes a massive difference. So there we go, I'm just pummeling away at this guy. Pow, pow, pow. The burst laser is a really nice weapon, all things considered. Again, a bunch of scrap, and plus a missile and a drone, so that's quite nice. Fuel would be really nice though, I could absolutely stand to get some more fuel. And lo and behold, there is a store. That is incredibly well timed. So, it's a black market one, but anyway, we'll just turn a blind eye. No, we don't want any augments, fire beam, heavy ion. We're going to sell some stuff. We don't want, we certainly don't need 2 system repair drones. We don't need that beam thing either. So we are absolutely rolling in the scrap right now. So let's just buy every single scrap of fuel that they've got. Fire beam, heavy ion. Let's see, required power 2. I mean, I could absolutely, like, just broadside them with the ion blasters and a heavy ion beam. I mean, we seem to have been going on a fairly ion-heavy kind of setup anyway. Let's get rid of the repair. I might regret that, but let's get rid of the repair thing for a bit more scrap. We're also not using the firebomb, so let's also get rid of that. I mean, it does ignore shields, so it's got that going for it, but why did I close that? I don't know. Let's get this heavy ion. So to use that, actually would need 1 more in weapons. So let's put 1 more in weapons. And no, actually, what am I doing? Not 1 more in weapons. I just need to. I'd need 2 in weapons to have all of them going at the same time. What would 3 in drones cost me? 90, 135. That's quite a lot. I mean, it's doable. I've got enough right now. Or I could go to max shields. I mean, I've got options here. 180 plus 60. Is again, I could ramp up my shields to maximum here. That could be really useful. I mean, it's a heavy investment, but to do it now is like, I've been getting so lucky with the scrap. So let's actually do that. So that is the majority of my scrap so far. So I can either have a quite defensive setup or a kind of a medium setup. I have the heavy ion on, just blast them with ions, just all of the ions, and send out my fire drone to wreak havoc against their ship. So I could either have kind of that offensive setup or a more defensive setup. But now I've got that shield capacity as well. I mean, that's incredibly useful. Because we're getting fairly close to the end now, you know, we're not that far off. Oh, there's another store. What do you want to bet I go to that store and they've got like loads of really nice things. And I can only actually jump to that store. Okay. Never mind. Okay. A couple of Mantis who have got some reasonably nice skills. Yeah, you know, there's nothing there that I'm especially. I've already got that. FTL jammer, it's kind of useful sometimes, but it's like equipment slots in World of Tanks. You have to kind of pick and choose quite carefully. Sometimes you can be quite tempting to. Sometimes you just think, oh, if I just had 1 more slot, just 1 more slot. Oh. But alas, no. So I can jump there, and that gives me those 4, 5, or I could go there, but that's probably about the same sort of number. So we'll jump down and then up and around, I think. I've got enough fuel for doing that. Right, intrudulators. Right, where are we? Oh, defense drone. Hell yes, defense drone. That looks like the Gatling laser thing. That's bad. And that looks like a teleporter bomb. So, yeah, this could be a tough fight. This could actually be a very tough fight. So first things first, let's get Rehoboam in there. Actually, we'll leave Ramses in there just for now. I'll also get Zenobia on standby so we can pull Ramses out. Okay, they don't look like they're going to immediately jump because they're not a scout, so we'll concentrate on weapons and shields as the priority, or just go for the standard thing. Sometimes it can be really tempting to just try something a bit different and then it all goes horribly wrong. Now that is just an ordinary bomb, so that has knocked out my ion blasters, which is not so good. Oh, pay attention. Get Zenobia in there, do the old swapperoo. Rehoboam's taking a bit of a beating as well. Oh yeah, I actually need to... right, ion blaster's gonna be back up soon. Well, we'll let Ramses actually heal up a bit first. Right, we've killed 2 of their crew members, so they've actually they've actually come worse out of that because they've lost 2 crew members. So they've got some fires to deal with, which is nice. Right, I can get one of my iron blasters back online, so we'll get that on the shields. Oh, that bomb's nasty there. Right, that does just seem to be it's hard to tell. That just seems to be a bomb that it hurts your crew and damages systems, but it is not actually doing any hull damage. So you go back in there, Zenobia goes back in there, and Rehoboam's almost healed up. So Rehoboam goes back in there. Should we actually try the... not enough power. Oh yeah, right. Let's try the heavy ion beam, see what happens. Or heavy ion blaster. Yeah, that one missed entirely. So that's still, for enemies with 2 shields, if you get lucky, right. Well, that causes quite a lot of ionization. Right, they're trying to jump. 2 fuel, decent amount of scrap. Let's actually... Well, they're rebel scum, but I think I could use the fuel, to be honest. Okay. That heavy ion thing is actually quite, yeah. If I put 1 more into weapons, then I could have an ion blaster and the heavy ion, because the ion blaster is fairly fast firing. Oh, I don't know, but we'll hold off on that. Have I got enough for... Artillery beam would be 80. That might be useful, because the more you can see of an enemy's interior, you can get to see their system health and that kind of thing. So that's 25 scrap. We'll hold on to our scrap for now. We won't spend any more just this second. Jump to the next one. We showed mercy, but it was entirely, it was a calculating mercy. It was because they were offering me fuel, basically. Federation transport under attack from Rebel Scout, so let's just take out the Rebels. Now, they've got a clone bay, and also there. So this is like, if I kill these guys, it won't matter, because they're actually just going to reclone on their ships. So, what weapons have they got? They've got the Thingamy beam. You know what, we'll try the kind of more offensive setup, so we'll go 2, 3, put the heavy one on their weapons, and we'll pop out a fire drone. So I'm just, in fact we'll send Matilda to fight, because Matilda doesn't mind the fact that there's no air. Oh. And she's sucking out the air even as... so yeah, she's taking damage. They're not especially great tough fighters, the Lanius, but... so they beamed out, so let's get Matilda back in there. Let's close the doors. How are we doing? So they beamed 1 person back, but it doesn't matter if they lost somebody, because they'll have just popped out the clone bay, basically. That's the advantage of the clone bay. We'll briefly take 1 out of the engines just to heal up Matilda. We're doing okay here. I mean, look at this. This is like really massive ion suppression. I've got the fire beam pummeling away at them. I've got the artillery beam pummeling away at them. Actually, I mean, once you suppress their shields and their weapons, they're basically dead in the water. we'll actually get one of the ion blasters on their pilot station so they can't just jump away. But I suspect they've got some serious problems right now. So we'll get Matilda back on station. Look at this! Wow, look at that! See, now Matilda's back in. We're actually able to see some of the interior situation. You know what? Let's just. I'm just gonna. There we. Wow, I was thinking I would, but no, I actually killed them all. Oh dear! Quickly try and rescue the crew. Majority of the crew do not survive. The sole survivor offers to join your crew. You know what? An extra Zoltan? I think we're going to dismiss Ramses. Although he's got the repair skill. We've already got people with kind of decent repair skills. We've already got an NG. So, farewell to Ramses. Ramses is going to depart our ship for different shores. Zoltan are not particularly, you know, they're not good fighters, they're not good engineers, they're not good anything particularly, but on the other hand they give you that extra power bar which is just magic. So there we go, famous Chinese Empress Wu, is it Zetian? I'm not quite sure how you say it, but anyway, so we have now got an extra crew member. I think we'll actually We'll have her in the same station. So she's now powering O2, and that has freed up. Look at that! That whole ship is it's just burning, so much burning. Right, let's just heal up Sargon, and we'll be on our way. I think we'll do one more sector and then we'll wrap it up. It's funny. The last video I was just trying to desperately guess if I was close to the half-hour mark or not, and I actually was fairly dead on. Just from guessing, I managed to be just about dead on. So, yeah, this might go slightly over the half-hour mark, depends what's in the next sector. So let's just save crew positions. So, Zetian, she's just kind of slightly superfluous as a crew member, but she's actually got good piloting skill. The Nebster has got better, though. And, well, she's a Zoltan, she's not got many hit points, but she can fight. So, yeah, for getting rid of, for tackling intrudulators, that's not bad. Shall we try this then? Because that worked really well. I was actually able to burn them out. I took out their crew. I kept their shields down. Yeah, I mean, it's a very, I don't know. It's an interesting setup. Let's try this. It's something different than I've been doing so far. So we're nearly at the end of this sector, actually. Oh, an asteroid field. Rebel automated scout. Right, they've got shields. Okay, in which case my fire drone is going to be absolutely no use whatsoever. So let's pop a defense drone. We don't need the heavy ion. We'll just use the ion blasters. So we'll have one on there, and we'll just pummel the pilot computer with the last one. And I'm going to be helped by the fact that asteroids will be taking down their shields as well. And I've got the defense drone, which can actually intercept asteroids as though they were, you know, it's not going to get every single one. If you've got multiple defense drones, then you've got a much better chance of actually taking down these kinds of things. But, oh, taking a point of hull damage there. That's not awful. Just quickly send Zetian in there as well. This is a pretty quick fight as these things go, but asteroid fields can really work in your favour. There we go. No fuel, but a missile, a drone part, and some scrap. So we'll just quickly send Menelik in to get healed up. And I think we'll wrap up this episode here. So, as per usual, you can leave a comment below, let me know what you think, if there's anything you want to see particularly, or, I don't know, suggestions for the next FTL voyage after this one. You can hit the like button, you can subscribe to my channel, and of course, as always, stay tuned for more.